Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I've been feeling a little stressed and just having a moment. So instead of getting caught in my brain and all the spiraling thoughts that I tend to have, which some of you may relate to, I decided to go ahead and sit down, play with a little makeup, and talk about some things that I've seen going on the internet. Tati, Coachella, namely the fashion and a song that was premiered at Coachella. Really odd, but we'll get to it. And a young lady that came forward wanting to have honest reviews and received backlash for it. We're gonna get into all that today and play with a little makeup, and if that sounds cool, stick around because I'm about to get into it. But before I do, if you haven't already, you know the drill. Like, subscribe, come hang out on my channel. It'd be really great to have you here. And with that being said, let's get into today's video. It's a beautiful day out. I actually went outside for a little bit, if you can believe it, and ran some errands. And it is now the evening, and well, it's not evening, I just said it's a beautiful day. It's still daylight, but we're hedging into the evening, but it's like spring evening, so the sun is stunning. I'm rambling, you know what I mean. But I've been on the internet lately. If you don't know, I like to drop stuff because I'm incredibly clumsy and I am chronically online. And listen, I want to get into the first story pretty much right away. I want to get this kind of out of the way, let's say it like that. Jojo Siwa. I know, before y'all start groaning and, you know, going, oh, I'm going to click off. Don't click away. We're just going to talk a little bit about her coming of age, you know, and recent transformation. Breaking news! This woman can fly! Actually, no, she can't. You're about to see editing me. I have some things to add to this video that I came across after I finished filming, so I wanted to go ahead and share it with you guys because the perspective is, I think, in my opinion, just a little bit better, similar, just a little bit better, and we're gonna get into it in 3, 2, 1. Hi! Yes, I need to put on a little bit of makeup. Haven't exactly gotten there yet, but it's early in the morning and I wanted to sit down and add this into the video because these two posts that I found on TikTok really give a good perspective, very similar to what I was thinking, but I do like how it was said, and I like the point of view from the artist. So we're gonna go ahead first and talk about Gabbie Hanna. Now we know that she doesn't really post that much anymore. She's certainly been in the drama herself in the past, and she's made some changes. I'm happy for her, and I'm rooting for her to succeed and to do well and to be healthy. But she decided to go ahead and make a TikTok post that she also said in the post she may delete. But she has an opinion on Jojo's song from an artistic perspective, and I just wanted to share it with you guys.
As an artist, I'm like looking at this thing and it's really like bothering me. So I want to talk about the art, and I feel like I have something to add to this conversation. This is the difference between Jojo Siwa and Britt Smith's rendition of this song, right? So Britt Smith didn't write this song either. So for everybody being like, you stole this from Britt Smith, like this was, no, she didn't write it. Rock Nation wrote it. Miley Cyrus might have had a hand in writing it. I heard somewhere that she removed her writing credit before it was given to Jojo. So I don't know. But the way that Britt Smith sang it was a song of remorse. Like, you hear that, like, karma's a bitch, I should have known better. Like, when I see a pic with you and her, I feel the knife twist. Karma's a bitch, and you're with her right now. Like, it's sad. But when Jojo performs it, she's performing it like, karma's a bitch, I should have known better. If I had a wish, I would have never wrecked around. That's not what the song is saying. Like, when you look at the lyrics of the song, it's like a song of devastation and regret. The effed around line, as iconic as it's become accidentally, and I really don't think that that was Jojo's intention. I think that she genuinely felt that saying effed sounded more mature and edgy than saying messed, but it made this song sound so much more immature than if she would have just let it say mess. When I first heard the song, assuming that somebody wrote it for Jojo, I was like, I can't believe a songwriter in that room wouldn't have swapped out effed for messed. Like, if she's trying to say effed, because there's no adult songwriter who is writing the word effed into a track. If Jojo really wants to say effed here, let's suggest messed, because it has the same assonance, right? All that shows is you don't feel comfortable swearing yet. I'm on board with it, but effed? Bro.
Also, Christopher Calvin had made a post on TikTok that really resonated with me. His explanation, very similar to mine, but I do like some of the points that he made in his video that I didn't make in mine. I should have, but I really liked the way he came across and how he explained it. He made a lot of really good, valid points on what Jojo may be going through, and I think it's something that we should be aware of, and I wanted to post it in the video because it really did resonate with me. So here's what Christopher had to say.
Jojo Siwa's rebrand is a complete disaster, and a lot of people have analyzed why this is. And everybody else is making just the craziest memes and videos that I've ever seen.
Oh my gosh!
But what's more interesting to me is how Jojo wound up in this situation in the first place, because I didn't realize this, but she actually had her breakout into fame in 2015 and 2016 on the reality show Dance Moms. And from there, she and her family leveraged her popularity into some shows on Nickelodeon. She made some music, and whether or not you like Jojo Siwa, it's undeniable that she and her mom crushed it in terms of squeezing every penny they could out of this girl's childhood. Which leads us to today, because she's 20 and this cute ponytail unicorn rainbow look isn't gonna cut it anymore. It's just not gonna work long term. The money's gonna dry up, and Jojo knows this, her mom knows this, and their whole team knows this. And this whole rebrand, it's all about one thing: keeping that gravy train of money coming in. And I'm sure somebody's said it, but I haven't heard anybody talking about how dangerous this probably is for Jojo Siwa's mental health. Because very few child stars are able to keep it together and smoothly transition into adulthood while maintaining their career. Most child stars aren't able to make the transition because it's an insane thing to ask a young person to do, because they have no idea who they are. They've spent their entire childhood working. She has to hastily reinvent who she is and how she presents to the public without even really knowing what she herself wants. I mean, never mind what mom wants or her managers or talent agents or the studios behind her. What does Jojo Siwa want? She probably has no idea what she wants and what she needs, and she's not going to have time to figure it out because they've got to make this transition so that the money doesn't stop coming in. She's got to transform herself from what she was into something completely brand new. Not only brand new to all of us, but brand new to her. And she's got to do it quickly, and human beings aren't really designed to be making these giant transformations, especially not in public. And it's a crazy situation to watch because there's this entire industry that's been built off of this person. There's all these people attached to Jojo who need her to succeed in order for them to keep collecting a paycheck. And it doesn't really matter whether it's Jojo or her team that missed the mark on this rebrand, because she is the face of this flop. She's the one that people are making memes about. She's the one that's wearing these ridiculous outfits. She's the one that has to defend these decisions on podcasts with adults that are asking her really difficult questions. She's the one that has to live with the ridiculous shit that she winds up saying on these shows. And it's not even her fault that she says all this stuff, because when you grow up in a bubble and you're treated like this amazing prodigy, how do you actually have a real adult conversation with a host that grew up in the real world? You kind of can't. And the other thing that's wild is, even though Jojo is rich and famous and she has this entire economy that she's built around her, there's a price that comes with being rich and famous, and Jojo is the one that's paying that price, not the people around her. This whole Jojo Siwa thing that's going on right now, it gives us an opportunity to sort of examine this industry that has existed for a long time, which basically monetizes children and their childhood for the sake of entertainment. And it's kind of sick. Family vloggers on YouTube do this, the entertainment industry does this, the music industry does it, and it's all for money. And you could argue that you're giving a kid a leg up in life because they're going to be financially independent and they're going to be able to get access to a lot of things that normal people don't. But the question is, at what cost? Because whatever the price is, it always is the child star that winds up paying it, not the people that made these decisions for them when they were very young. And if you grow up like that in a world where everything revolves around your ability to retain attention and make money, I would imagine you probably feel a lot like a pawn whose only value is the amount of money that you can bring in through your name and likeness. And knowing that, poor Jojo Siwa's failure to rebrand herself must be the worst feeling in the world for her right now.
I want to talk a little bit about Coachella and some of the things that went on there. Now, when I was musing on this the other day, I was sitting here, going over Coachella and thinking, for the most part, people were saying that it was good, that it turned out to be better than they anticipated. When in reality, I feel like more than anything, it's kind of a mixed bag. I feel like some people thought it was great and some people thought it wasn't, hence the meaning mixed bag. They had some issues. They had technical difficulty. They had, some pros and cons to the show. Some people really had a great time. And I'm not one to go to concerts like that. I'm not a big Coachella goer, but it looked like it was fun. It looked like the people that were headlining were fun, but they were saying that it wasn't that great because these people had already had, you know, like Tyler the Creator had just had a major concert, that a lot of the main headliners had already done their own personal things, and then they went ahead and came to Coachella, so the anticipation and the excitement wasn't there as much because people had already just kind of seen them. But regardless, I still think that the whole No Doubt being there, coming together again to perform at Coachella's, I think that's pretty cool in my humble opinion. And the clothes. I love the clothes. I saw some really adorable outfits, things I could never possibly wear even if I tried. Cute clothes, a lot of creativity, in my opinion. You know, just thought it was cute and fun. It looked like everybody was having a great time. I personally, like I said, I don't go for that sort of thing. I don't do well with Andy Gumps and and outdoors and stuff. I'm an indoor girl. But James Charles decided to debut another song at Coachella, and people had a lot to say about it. Dustin Dailey really came for him not too long ago in a video, just talking about, you know, the wig. It looked like he just slapped on a toupee. I don't know if he was going for like dirty rocker look or what was going on with that, but I do think that this particular song that he's coming out with is about someone that he was in kind of drama with recently, and that maybe allegedly they may have had something going on between the two of them, where he decided to call him out. And the kid had the guy, I don't know if it was a kid, allegedly this young person, because James Charles to me is a young person. I sound like an old lady when I say that. So the guy he's singing about allegedly was confused about what he wanted to do in life and who he wanted to be with, and apparently had a girlfriend at the time. And James decided that he was going to, you know, take action. I guess he felt spurned by this guy, and decided to go ahead and let his girlfriend know what they've been up to, talking to one another, sharing their DMs and stuff, and they both ended up blocking him. He did debut another song, and I don't know. I'm not the biggest James Charles fan. I don't really like the things that he's done and that he's admitted to himself, so it's difficult for me to find any real favor with this kid. I don't really watch a lot of his content, but because he had posted the song and did this whole thing at Coachella and the supposed meaning behind it, I just wanted to go ahead and get your guys' opinion on it. You know, just have you weigh in on the situation here. Did you hear the song? What do you think of the song? Do you even think about James Charles? I mean, is he, other than the things that he's done in the past, I mean, has he pretty much canceled himself or not? Painted is in a lot of drama all the time. He's in the drama all the time. It's just, I don't know. It's not the best look if you're trying to run a business, but I don't have a business, so I guess I wouldn't really know. I have been doing, speaking of business, let's get back to the business of my face. I've been using this little combo with the Rare Beauty and the Charlotte Tilbury under my eyes with concealer, and it looked so pretty in the last video I did. I'm gonna go ahead and do that again today because I really like it. Tati Westbrook. Tati is doing TikTok Live, and she seems to be really enjoying it. Tati Westbrook and James Charles had that fallout some years ago. If you don't remember, he went ahead and went to Coachella, and he wanted to have the VIP service and all that stuff, you know, the golf carts and the wristbands so he can get into all the best parties and all that stuff. He wanted to have the best experience he possibly could. So Tati had her Halo vitamins that she was trying to, you know, push. She was really excited about it. Even before she had her makeup line, she was like, these are it. These are the vitamins. She took James under her wing, and my thought on that, honestly, is that he had a lot of followers at the time. People were really liking him, and so having James as a part of her channel and showing up and, like, you know, they were collabing together, it gave her a bigger platform, a wider array of people that had their eyes on her. So she was really into the vitamin thing and really was pushing the vitamin thing, wanted everyone to purchase it. So James Charles goes to Coachella and wants to go ahead and have, like I said, the VIP experience. So he partners up with, just to go ahead and have like the rewind, Sugar Bear Hair, which is another vitamin company and a rival to Tati Westbrook. So she felt completely spurned and just really put off by the whole thing, really upset by it, and thus began Armageddon 2, Glamageddon, whatever, Beautygeddon, whatever you want to call it. It was a thing that was happening on YouTube. She called him out for his behavior. She went ahead and raked him across the freaking coals, threw him to the wolves, basically kicked him to the curb because he did not promote her vitamins. He promoted the person that was competing with her, her competitor, Sugar Bear Hair. Now, the reason why I bring this up is because Tati has recently found her way onto TikTok and she started going live. Not Tati trying to rival Jeffree Star, who is also going live pretty much every freaking day. So I came across one of her lives and I was just kind of, I don't know if this is what it is, but we're talking, we're having fun, we're friends. So she's doing this live. I think she got like 1 million likes or something like that. She's really enjoying TikTok, and you know, depending on how long it's around for, whatever's gonna happen, I think they're gonna keep it. They're just gonna regulate it, and it's gonna be very different from what it was when it first started, in my opinion. I don't really know, but if I had to predict, I would think, because it's worth a lot of money, and most people who are the 1%ers out there want to keep that money, let's be real. So I think they're going to find a way to have it stick around. I don't know. I don't have a crystal ball, just my thoughts. But Tati is going live on TikTok now, and she is really digging it. So I feel like, you know, I'm going to check it out. I've heard people talking about it. I came across one of her lives, and the thing that had me thinking about, I wanted to just go over this little tidbit of information with you guys today, is that I kept seeing someone giving her roses and comments and things like that, and the name was Sugar Bear, and I wondered, is it possible? I don't know. She didn't acknowledge, anytime it came up, she didn't acknowledge, thank you Sugar Bear, thank you, you know, other people that were gifting and doing all that thing. She would say there, oh, thank you so-and-so, thank you so-and-so, but the Sugar Bear thing did not say a word. Crickets. It's cool to see her, you know, venturing out of YouTube and doing the TikTok live thing and having a good time of it. You know, I think that ultimately she's been through a lot, you know, and it was Dramageddon. That's what it was. Thank you. Ah, my brain. Thank you, brain, for clicking the frick on Dramageddon. Hello. And I think the first one was Manny MUA and Laura Lee, and that was their whole like fallout with Jeffree Star and all that. And the second one was James Charles and Tati Westbrook, and oh Lord, the drama that has unfolded on YouTube will always bring joy for years and years to come for me, as long as I can look back and rewatch it, because I've seen some stuff. And yeah, I just wanted to bring it up because I found it kind of interesting, the fact that Sugar Bear kept giving her roses, and I'm like, could that possibly be someone from Sugar Bear Hair? Because what a freaking trip how we've come full circle. Coachella time, Sugar Bear Hair commenting on Tati's TikTok live. What a time to be alive. That's even without the concealer, and I love it. I just freaking love it. Speaking of which, I want to talk about reviews. So I came across a young lady's TikTok the other night, and she was talking specifically about Michaela Noguera. And Michaela, as we all know, does a lot of reviews. And when she does these reviews, she has been known for not disclosing if they're ads or not, or if she's trying to sell it as an ad, or you know, something like that. She's just known for doing the type of thing that is a little on the shady side. And this young lady is calling her out in her TikTok. I'm gonna pop her up here. I don't have my glasses on. I would love to be able to read her name, but it ain't happening right now. But I'm gonna show you guys some of the TikToks so you can get an idea of what it was she was talking about.
Can you imagine lying to 15.5 million people every single day and having absolutely no remorse about it? I guarantee your answer is probably no, because any honest person would feel very guilty about doing that. But there is someone out there who doesn't feel guilty about it and does it every single day and is lying and very deceitful to a lot of people. I'm going to give a hypothetical for entertainment purposes, okay? Let's just say you're an everyday normal person who's been suffering with cystic acne, okay? So you're doing research, you're looking stuff up, trying to find ways to help your cystic acne. So you log into TikTok and you type in the search bar, like, good products for cystic acne. And the first video that pops up comes from a influencer who has 15.5 million followers, has very high engagement, and you're like, oh, well, this must be a great product then, let me watch the video. So you watch the video, and throughout the video, the person talks about how this product is the sole product that cured their cystic acne. And you're like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna buy this product. All the comments are very positive. Everyone is really engaged with this video. So you feel like this person is telling the truth. But little do you know that this is actually an undisclosed ad, and that this person has made a very similar video with 5 other products claiming the exact same thing, that these other 5 products also, they were the only thing to cure this person's cystic acne, but you don't know that. So you go out and you buy the product, you try it for a couple months, and nothing changes about your cystic acne. And you start to wonder, like, what the heck? They said that this was the sole product that cured their cystic acne. Like, what's wrong with me? There's nothing wrong with you. That person is lying and very deceitful. But unfortunately, you fell right directly in their trap. The trap that they knew hundreds of thousands of people would fall into, because they know that they have built an audience off of lies and deceit, and these people believe everything that comes out of this person's mouth. This person also, when posting these videos, uses 3 filters and Facetune before the video is actually posted. So their skin already looks like porcelain by the time the video comes out. And so people truly look at this video while they're saying there's no filter on and it's just color grading. They're looking at this video saying, my skin is going to look like that because I'm using this product that they're telling me did this to their skin. And how none of those 15.5 million people have seen this person lie to them is quite interesting to me. It's quite interesting that people are that gullible and they continue to support, follow, have a parasocial relationship with that person when that person is lying to them every single day. 5 million followers, has very high engagement, and you're like, oh, well, this must be a great product that we watch.
Bottom line, she's talking about Michaela Noguera and talking about how people are not, or she in particular is not disclosing, like I said, and she wants honest reviews.
In the last 2 hours alone, I've received some of the most hateful comments I've ever received due to me making a video about how I don't believe that it is correct that influencers make undisclosed ad content, and how I think that's morally wrong and how it's a deceptive business practice. And somehow, by me saying that, it turned into people thinking that it was okay to come and attack the way that I look and attack me because they're upset that I'm holding an influencer that they have a parasocial relationship with accountable for their actions. These types of comments say more about the people that you all are than it does about me. And at the end of the day, sure, maybe she is prettier on the outside, but one thing's for sure is that I know that on the inside, my conscience is clear. Manipulating an audience is wrong. All of the comments talking about how people shouldn't be listening to influencers and they should be making their own informed decisions about products that they use, that I absolutely agree with. And that was part of the point that I was trying to make, is that people should not be relying on influencers to get their information about what products to use. And when is enough going to be enough? When are people going to open their eyes and see that influencers are purposefully deceiving them to put money in their own pocket? And I'm at the point now where I feel like I should have just never said anything at all, because the people in that community are so hateful and mean that it's impossible for them to understand that holding someone accountable does not mean that they're being hateful or they're bullying or they're jealous of someone. They're just simply stating that this person needs to be held accountable for their actions, and that's it.
This poor girl is in freaking tears, and it's a reminder of how brutal the internet can be. It's kind of shocking how we've just normalized the behavior where we can just hop online and start just railing on a person for what was pretty much, in my opinion, a very mild way of saying that she just wants someone to be honest, and she's a little frustrated with, I don't even think she said Michaela's name, so I just want to make sure I put that. I don't know that she actually said her name, I don't recall it. I do see it at the bottom, it's in the font of the video. She has it in the description or whatever you want to call it. So she must have said something about it, and the people that really like Michaela and follow her, and there are many, decided to come for her and just really beat her down for having an opinion on, like I said, for the most part, wanting someone who's doing their reviews to be honest. I mean, is that really such a terrible thing? I get that she can watch other people, but it's very easy, especially when you see someone with a large platform, to, you know, take what they say for fact, because if they have so many people following them, well, surely they must be telling the truth. And I'm not just saying Michaela in general, but I'm just saying influencers, people in general. There's any number of people out there could be, you know, lying or swaying you in a different direction in order to get their bag at the end of the day. It's not the most unheard of thing. I think it's something that happens quite often, and I do miss the full in-depth, you know, reviews and the wear test. There was another post that I'd seen on that recently that Rob Beauty Christie even came forward and said, would you like those types of reviews again, because I'd be more than happy to go ahead and do that for you. I would love to see that. I would love to see that come back. The wear test and the full, like, in-depth, here's how it looks in natural light, here's how it looks in studio. I miss that. It's become so shortened that you only get a blip of what's going on, and then you have to decide for yourself whether you want to buy it or not, whether it's going to work for you or not, and it's really not always enough information, in my humble opinion. So yeah, I mean, I would love to see Gabbie Christie, like I said, and the influencers like her come back and do reviews. I think that would be really great. Just even on TikTok, where in a lot of ways it's like the back in the day YouTube. You know, it hasn't exactly caught up to where we are now. There's still a lot of that 2017 kind of vibe going on, and I'm here for it. I mean, I love it, but I would also really like to see Gabbie Christie do some reviews on TikTok, and to keep up her reviews here on YouTube. I miss that sort of thing. I think it would be freaking awesome, and it would also benefit individuals out there who are trying to, you know, find the products that actually work and are worth purchasing, especially in this economic climate. You know, we don't want to waste money on things that don't work. It's, you know, I'm sure you understand. It'd be nice to have someone to get ideas from on how things are actually functioning, as opposed to like, yeah, a little blurb and then you still got to figure it out. I mean, we need to make up our own minds regardless. We need to rely on our own instincts at some point too, to figure out what it is that we want and what works for us. We're certainly capable of doing that, but I not only find it informative, but I also find it entertaining, and I kind of miss it. So I don't know, I'm rambling. I didn't go to Coachella. I never go anywhere, but I do go on the internet a lot, and I rot my brain, so you don't have to. And yeah, I look forward to talking to you about everything in the comments. Let me know what you think. This is the finished look, and that's going to do it for me today, guys. Thank you so much for sticking around and watching. As always, I really do appreciate it, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Bye!